What up, ladies and gentlemen? I gotta say, that was a great night of fights. Good times were once again had by all, and this card just really surpassed expectations. The opening fight was kind of boring, but I think on from there was just a lot of shocking knockouts, and that ended up with a great performance by Antonio Nogueira and Randy Couture. This fight really lived up to the billing. It was a battle of two legends. It was the also I liked it. I mean, I loved how they just both they swung for the fences on the while they were standing, and they just really went at it on the ground. But just a little technically, just Antonio, I think he took a lot of shots or something. He had a good chin, but man, he just busted Randy up, and I think Antonio could have easily finished that fight in any round if he would have stuck with his striking instead of just going for the submission, or when he got on top or something. I mean, he could have just really stuck with some good ground and pound, and he could have finished the natural off at any moment. Randy, I had him winning this fight. I thought he'd use more of his wrestling to probably take him down. To probably take Nogueira down and probably hold him there. But even if he would have did that, you saw when he did have Antonio down, Antonio just easily sweeped him. He didn't have to use technique like hooking his leg or something. He just rolled over right into mount every time. And even when Randy did have the clinch, Nogueira showed a great pummel game and was able to stay out of trouble and was able to neutralize Randy from using that famous dirty boxing. And plus, even with the dirty boxing, as effective as that was, I think with Nogueira's chin and with his own clinch game, I think he was just really able to neutralize everything Randy did and ended up just whooping his ass for 3 rounds. Great performance by Nogueira. I like to see some more ground and pound out of him if he gets some top control, and not just always going for the trademark submission, but just going with what works for him, and plus some better striking defense. He got tagged a couple times, and I think if Randy had a little bit more power or something, he could have really hurt Nog. But Nog, he was on today. I was kind of worried when he gave him to the ring, did that little jump squat, and almost his knee almost gave out. But whew, man, it's finally showed me what all the fuss was about with Nogueira. Great fighter, great fight. Can't wait to see his next one. The co-main event, of course, is Keith Jardine and Thiago Silva. I had Keith winning this fight because I wasn't very high on Thiago's stand-up, and he likes to stand all the time. And since I didn't think there would be too many takedowns by Jardine, I kind of saw this fight probably going to decision or something. But I got to say, Thiago. I always thought he had heavy hands and some great jiu-jitsu, but I didn't like his cardio and I didn't like his technique or his defense, but he just flip-flopped that completely around for this fight. That was what impressed me, was it showed the hard work that he put into this fight, because he is a totally different one than the guy who took on Machida and all the other guys. He used to just walk into fights, just maybe get knocked down, maybe get the takedown or something, but he just showed great stand-up, great Muay Thai, just great footwork. He was in and out, he was blocking the punches. It was kind of like almost reminiscent of the Quentin Jackson-Vandalay fight. He just defended himself when Jardine went in for that flurry or something. Blocked and just finished him off with the left hand and just stood over top of him, just dropped bombs until the ref finally stepped in and Keith was just totally, completely out. Once again, bravissimo to Thiago Silva. With striking like that, and with the improvement that he showed in this fight, just the improvement over those last few performances, the kid could be going places. He's only 26, black belt in jiu-jitsu, great stand-up, and I was just the same thing with Keith Jardine. He needs to tighten up that style. That style no longer works. It sucks. It's crappy. It's going to get him killed. I mean, you could probably do that against Forrest Griffin or probably some, Stephen Mott or some low-level guys who don't know how to deal with his timing and his herky-jerky style, but it's clear that doesn't work at the top level. and he needs to tighten that crap up because it's going to get him knocked out over and over again. And that's 2 losses in a row now. So the Dean Amin really has some work to do. I think he'll be back, but he definitely needs to work on that style. And what else you got? His boy, Nate Marquardt. That was an awesome performance. I mean, can't really say a whole lot about it, but I gotta say, I was impressed with Marquardt because he had a lot of control. Great defense, just great way to just time Maya, and at the same time, Maya, you can clearly see Maya has been working on his stand-up. It's like usually you can't wait to get the clinch, can't wait to pull guard and get this to the ground, but he tried a couple things standing, and a common mistake that I make in Muay Thai when I'm being drilled or something, one thing that my instructors always get on me, is just as much about defense as it is offense. When you throw a kick, you gotta block. I mean, you turn yourself that way, you gotta block it. And I think he just went for a couple kicks. I think he went for like 3 kicks. I think that's the only thing that really happened in the fight. He threw the kicks. Nate finally timed that shit up and just Falcon punch. I mean, not really much you could say about that. Maya made a mistake, and Marquardt just whooped his ass. I was impressed with Marquardt's control. I mean, he waited for the right moment and just teed off on Maya, and even avoided doing, one of his trademark illegal shots to the back of the head. But that was a great performance and just a really bad mistake by Maya. I'm sure we'll see both of them back. Nate, he just made a huge statement. I'd like to probably see him take on, somebody like Okami or Hendo next. Hendo's been promised a shot at Anderson Silva, but I wouldn't mind seeing him against Nate Marquardt to get a clear-cut contender. I think the middleweight division needs a clear-cut contender. And I'd like to see Yushin Okami against one of these guys. If Dan Henderson gets a go-ahead shot, then I'd like to see Okami take on Marquardt, to really just solidify the contendership at for the middleweight title, so we won't be wasting our time with all these goddamn shots of guys who can't win. And it'll really just be a proving point to all these guys. Where does it put us up now? I think we had the emergence of Todd Duffy or something. I never seen him before. I think he goes with the American Top Team. Had a record-breaking knockout against Tim Hague. And Tim Hague, when he came to the ring, I was a little worried because I saw Mike Whitehead in his corner. And whenever you see Mike Whitehead in your corner, that usually means you're going to get knocked the fuck out. It's just a pattern. It's just how the world works. Kind of like with having dancing or too many tattoos or something. You end up losing. Even though Thiago did great with all those tats. Maybe the Brazilian shorts helped him out. But anyway, I think, once again, I was very impressed with the card. I think, Ed Herman? Oh, no. Chris Lieben or something. That was a great submission by Jake Wersholt or something. I was kind of iffy with it. He just kept running from the power, but he had a very good game plan, stuck to it, and got the submission win. Great submission by him. Bad luck for Ed Herman. I think he got beaten up, just taken down, and blew out his leg or something. It's a real bad night for all Team Quest alumni. Not a good day. Not a good day. I wonder how guys do in their hometown a lot, because I usually see that a lot. Fools get knocked out a lot, but like I say, good night of fights. Good times were had by all. I'll be back later with some more stuff. Thank you very much. See you later.